All right, the project at hand right now is working on this car, so it's got a few problems. The rear brakes have been grinding for a while now, and the muffler just got loud. All right, so let's put this up on the lift and get it fixed. Give it a good push, make sure it's not about to fall off the lift. Let's deal with these brakes first. So this is a good height to work on the brakes. Okay, so the outside of this wasn't that bad, but you can see the inside is all ground up, and if you just threw new brake pads on this, what would happen is that it would wear them out pretty quick. All right, so that's pretty cool. This thing has a drum parking brake, and the regular brakes are that hydraulic disc. I guess that's why the parking brake actually works on this thing, because usually when things have disc brakes in the disc brakes in the rear are definitely better than drum brakes. But the problem is when you have disc brakes in the rear and when you have the parking brake built into the brake caliper, they don't work. Those things never work, those mechanical parking brakes. So that's a really good design that they did this. That's why the parking brake actually works in this car. All right, let's deal with these brake pads. Now, usually I'll put brake calipers on stuff every time, but I put these on here like, how does this come apart? I can do that. I put these on here like 5 years ago, so be leaking there? Huh. Kind of questioning changing that caliper. That side's all done. All right, that's good. That's probably fixed. If it's losing brake fluid, I know where it's going because I'm a drop worried about that caliper right there. And the other thing I got to do is this one airbag here is ripped. I just noticed it, so I ordered that. But this side here is still doing all right. Those are aftermarket. All right, let's get that exhaust fixed. So the problem with the exhaust is just in this one spot. I kind of temporarily fixed it, but not really. Right there. Pipe rusted out. Let's fix it. Okay, this looks like the right part. Okay, good. All right, cool. Well, that's fixed. Well, kinda. I don't consider it fixed unless it's never gonna break again. Now, that's still the same steel component. That's probably only gonna last 15 years. Really, it should be required all these parts be stainless steel. But that's, all right, well, that's how they sell it. So that should be good for a long time at least. And the rest of the exhaust looks pretty solid. It's actually been a couple weeks since I did these brakes, and they've been working fine, and the muffler's been quiet. But the other problem I noticed was with these air helper springs I installed aftermarket years ago. All right, let's try to get this out of here. Now, the reason I put these in was because the rear springs on this car just are not stiff enough. I know everyone's gonna say, oh, the shocks are bad. No, the shocks are fine. It's just, for whatever reason, they didn't put stiff enough springs in these cars. Airline off the top. Here's the new one. They sent it to me, no questions asked. That was nice. I said it popped. They said, what's your address? All right, let's see if we can get that in there. So let's start by taking this thing off to let it. All right, that wasn't too bad. So now let's hook the air line back up to it. So that thing goes right there, and then here. All right, I got that back on there. So that drops right there to protect it. All right, so I had installed the valve stems on the back bumper. That's just a regular tire air chuck. All right, well, that's in there. Let's set the air pressure. All right, so now let's make the air pressure match. So, I mean, I only have it like 5 PSI. It doesn't even move this thing, but let's see. How's the car sitting? Yeah, that's fine. That's about the right stiffness. Now, without those air springs in here, the reason I added them is because the car was bottoming out even with it empty. And it's people are gonna say it's shocks. It's not shocks. The way you tell if something needs shocks, what you do is you bounce on it, and when it comes up, if it keeps bouncing, that's bad shocks. All right, this is all done. Let's take it for a test drive.